until it fires up. Can you get closer? Closer.
Did you push go live?
Yeah.
Did he push go live, guys? Are you
No,
there?
we're not. Is anybody there?
We have to wait a minute and see if it connects. If the heavens cooperate with us and we have
Welcome to live chat.
3 megabytes that we can connect with. It's a little pathetic, but maybe someone will come on.
Okay, if you guys can hear this, can you guys see us? Can you?
Oh, we have Phyllis Cunningham saying hi,
yes.
y'all, and J-Boy USA. Where are you guys watching from? Super Dave for Life, Minerva. Hi, guys. Thank you for letting us know that when Leonard pushed the button, it worked.
Yeah, we never know because we never have good reception.
No, we're doing a speed test, and it says 3, and we need about 20. So we're just going to trust our luck here because we have great breaking news that we want to share with you. We're super excited.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's blurry, and you can't hear us.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us okay at least?
If it's blurry, we might need to move somewhere else because it's only 4 megabytes per second, so
right,
it's not working very good.
Can you guys write? Okay, so Debbie says yes.
Can you hear us well enough that we can tell you what the breaking news is, or should we close it down and walk to a different spot in the building and say a prayer that will get a signal, a shred of a signal, and try it again?
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, looks like we're live and they can hear us.
The video is choppy and blocky and not smooth.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can hear us a little bit. This is worth the blockiness for us to tell you a couple of things. So we're here live in Washington, D.C. for C-Vine. I'm Valley Hart.
And I'm Leonard Bacani.
And we have been covering a lot of exciting things. We've been covering the rally, President Trump's rally, which, by the way, we interviewed a lot of wonderful people at that rally, and we posted it. So it's on our channel. We'll put the link in here. But we went in, took the rally, and then we did a breakdown on the highlights for those of you that couldn't watch it or weren't able to attend. We froze in the cold for you and did it. And
we waited in line for hours.
Yeah.
Basically the whole day, and we barely got in.
And
because they closed it down. They closed it down before we got there. We were able to sneak in with a VIP who got us in. It was kind of confusing because that VIP took Valli by the arm and acted like they were boyfriend girlfriend, and the Secret Service let them in.
But just escorted us right in.
What was confusing is Valli didn't want to lose me, so she was holding my hand.
I was dragging Leonard behind me. I was like, "Come on, dude."
So it was kind of confusing for the Secret Service one.
It was fine. We got in because the stadium only holds 20,000 people,
right.
and
there was probably 5 times that.
There were 130,000 extra people that couldn't get in. There were 150,000 people that showed up.
We got lucky.
So we slid right in. We had our press passes, and we were able to capture some of the highlights. We were able to shoot a lot of footage. We interviewed a lot of great people, and so I highly suggest that you watch that because it is a nice little glimpse of the highlights of President Trump's rally.
Right. So we just wanted to pop in and let everybody know and preview the notifications that we did do a video. And if you scroll down in the description section of this live feed, you can click on the link to that video that we created. Now, this video was, it's not very long. It's less than a half an hour. However, you know what? If you guys have never been involved in the production of a video, I mean, these guys, Valli and Jonathan, our cameraman and engineer, they are experts in what they do. And, you know, in what normally would take them a few minutes, it took them maybe, half an hour to an hour sometimes just to create one little snippet of the exact shot at the right time, at coming out of the, in and out of snippets of videos. It's a major production, and those of you that haven't been involved in it, I learned a lot. but we owe it to these professionals that are producing, mainly Valli and Jonathan. Thank you very much, Valli.
Well, it's President
Jonathan.
Trump, so we have to tell the message correctly, guys, right? Because this is a big day for us. We have waited a long time for
Yes.
President Trump, and we have to tell the message correctly. And we really wanted to share other voices and ask what meant a lot to you. Why did you come here? What mattered to you? What did President Trump talk about? That is something that meant a lot to you or that you're looking forward to. And we got some great responses, didn't we?
That's right, we did. And you'll see the enthusiasm, you'll see the excitement of everybody that we talked to, at least. I mean, the whole stadium was just erupted when President Trump started speaking, and especially his first line, "I won't blow it." And I'll let you guys see. We did
It's great.
We'll let you preview it, but we just wanted to pop in and let everybody know that we did do a video. Look down in the description section, and you'll find a link to the video.
And then also, if you have any comments for President Trump, put them in our comments. We're going to forward all the comments for congratulations and thank you and what does President Trump mean to you. We will be forwarding those to President Trump. So if you have anything you would like to say, take this opportunity to comment in the comments below right here, and we will forward them. So the other thing we did after the Trump rally, the next day we did the inauguration, and we will be putting out the video. It's processing, but we will be putting out the same thing. We're going to cover highlights of the inauguration, things that meant the most to us, things that we saw, and little snippets of the atmosphere, so you'll feel like you were right there with us.
Right, and we've been busy. We've been wanting to do this actually a couple of days ago. However, we had breaking news. We learned that President Trump had signed an executive order releasing all the J6 hostages
On Monday.
from the jail, and we learned that some of these hostages may be released from the DC gulag. And we immediately took a cab down there, and we were at the right place at the right time, and we got to speak to some of these J6 prisoners.
A lot of them. They actually graciously had a microphone down there, and they let us take the microphone and interview different people, and we went live with it.
Yeah.
And I just was so touched to be there as part of history. But what we learned was fascinating. We ended up going for, I'm going to say 6 or 7 hours in freezing cold and waiting diligently with the families for their loved ones to walk out. Some of whom did, some of whom didn't. But we got to interview Jake Lang, which if you look on our channel again, you will see a little 59-second clip that we're going to ask everyone to share. If you have social media and you're on X, then if you could go on X and go on the account for Linda Forsyth or for me, Valli Hart, or for Leonard Bacani, and you'll see a little small video there where Jake Lang is talking about the prisoners who are still being held. And despite President Trump's order to release them, Mayor Muriel Bowser decided she's going to defy his orders and she is not going to cooperate. And so there this morning, there were 10 prisoners still locked in, to the best of our knowledge, locked in the Washington, D.C. jail here, where we've been spending a lot of time lately.
Right.
And so we're asking everyone to remember these prisoners in your prayers, to share the link that is on X. If you can tag someone that's a congressman or anyone who has a large
The word
following.
needs to get out. The word needs to
That's
get
right.
out. These prisoners are being held hostage. President Trump signed, he has the ultimate authority. When he says, let my people go, these swamp creatures need to let his people go. And they should have been released several days ago, but the swamp creatures are holding them. Now, we did receive information that a lot of these prisoners will be transferred to Philadelphia. You want to describe the jail conditions at Philadelphia, where they're going, Valli?
So allegedly, some of them are being transferred off-site, and they are being sent to general population in areas where there are a lot of gang members, a lot of injuries, a lot of deaths. And allegedly, these 10 were held because, get this, you guys, They had no charges. After 4 years, they had no charges. And so since due process was not followed and they had no charges, now they're in a little bit of a quandary about how to release them when they never properly booked them and charged them with anything.
Can you imagine sitting in jail for more than 4 years and not having any charges filed against you? What happened to our constitutional right
Oh, I know.
to
And in
fair and speedy trial?
horrific conditions. I interviewed Jake Lang and many other J6 prisoners who have graciously said after they eat and sleep that they will meet with Seavine News and they will allow us to do an in-depth report sharing what their story is and what happened to them and anything that they feel is important to share with everyone.
You hear these stories and it breaks your heart how these terrible living conditions that they were subjected to, freezing cold, no blanket, it's solitary confinement for 23 hours at a time.
Yeah, Jake was in solitary for over 900 days. 900. And
Right.
they were basically just in limbo. They couldn't post bail. They couldn't make progress because they weren't charged with anything. They were just political hostages.
If you've been following the story, you're going to hear horrific stories of these hostages being beat by prison guards. And you know what? I would venture to say that probably these video cameras that are supposedly up and filming 24 hours are probably going to end up being missing someday. So we need to pray for them. We need to pray for their families as well, and pray for their release.
Absolutely. And we do have good news, and this is what we want to share with you. So you may have seen on our live the other night, we actually interviewed Johnny Pollock and his father, Ben Pollock. And Ben Pollock actually bowed his head and said a prayer while we were all there, and we all felt that spirit, and we were all so grateful. And that was wonderful. But Johnny's sister, Olivia, was still in the prison. And we got news about 1 hour ago that she wasn't allowed to come out through the front doors and have her parents and her family wrap their arms around her, that they took Olivia Pollock and they took Joseph Hutchinson and they drove them allegedly a few blocks away from the prison because they're trying to diminish the spotlight that we're all putting on them. All the media is out there with microphones, and even for freezing, we're not leaving. And so they allegedly dropped them off a couple blocks away with no warm clothing to stay warm, no ID. These people are just being let out with cloth shoes on, no ID, and just dropped off on the street and no ability to call their families. I mean, who does this? It's like a third world country.
Right.
And so great news, and we are so grateful that Olivia Pollock was released tonight. But we have the names of some that are not, that we want you to remember in your prayers. So Mayor Muriel Bowser, we have a message for you. You need to comply. We are watching you. You need to let these prisoners go. This is a direct order from the commander-in-chief of this entire country to free these prisoners. And we are watching you. And the people that still need our prayers and still need to get out, a special prayer for Master Sergeant and Green Beret, Jeremy, because he is...
Jeremy Brown.
Yes, because he, for sure, I mean, from some credible sources, has been moved already, and we don't know where he is. But he is one that typically there have been substantiated... What should I say here? I need to be careful, but other prisoners, when they've been released, have said he is the one they've picked on the most, that they have tortured, that they have beat, that they have harassed, that they have tried to break and taken great pleasure in. And he needs our prayers because now they moved him.
Mind you, he was he a Navy SEAL?
A Green Beret.
A Green Beret, and he's been trained in situations where if he's ever been caught, and he knows that there's going to be torture probably by the enemy, so he will not break. And I would venture to say they tried to break him, but you know what, folks, he did not break.
So this isn't going to work very well, but let me see if you can see.
Yeah, they can see.
This is the man we're saying prayers for. And this is the man that needs to be released and has shown amazing tenacity and loyalty. And please remember him in your prayers tonight. And also Andrew Grigsby. and Daryl Neely and Theodore Middendorf and Dominic Box and Daniel Ball and
Jason David.
yes, and we will bring you more details. We are still here in Washington, D.C. We were actually supposed to leave, but how can we leave? I know we're blurry. We're so sorry, you guys. We're going to try to go somewhere where we have a better signal.
Okay, so back to why we created, we're up live. This is just a reminder. We did a video. The link is on the bottom. Please click that link and watch that video now. So I know we're probably it's poor. Okay, so we're gonna sign off now. Thanks for watching this. I'm Leonard Bacani.
And I'm Valli Hart for Seavine News.